Oh, hello there. I didn't see you. How are you? Good morning, everyone. I'm Matthew Maloney with Cadillac Wealth Advisors. I hope you're doing well. I'm excited to present to you a little bit about my business. But first of all, I want to say thank you because everyone here in this group has allowed me to grow my business to the success that it has today. And I want to show that appreciation by sharing some things with you about my business to help me keep moving forward so I can help continue to grow your business as well. Because the more I grow my business, the more people I work with, the more I can help the rest of you. So without further ado, I'd like to show you a little presentation I put together, and we will keep it open for questions at the end, except I won't be here at the end. So you might have to email me or send me a message to ask those questions, which I am happy to answer. So let's jump right into it. All right, Cadillac Wealth Advisors. Cadillac Wealth Advisors is a solo operation right now. I am the sole financial advisor of the operation. I have a great team of virtual assistants that work with me. And soon to be coming, I may have another advisor join me, which is very exciting. But what I want to talk about today is a little bit about my business. Now you can see here in this image, there's three different statements: define vision, identify gaps, and inspire prosperity. Now, the reason why I put those there was because without vision, we're lost. Even people who are going into retirement find themselves lost without a vision of what their retirement looks like. And identifying gaps is ultimately just finding where are the gaps in your plan? What's missing? What have I forgotten? That's a lot about me and less about you, where defined vision is really about you and helping you discover what you want to see, what you want to do while you're in retirement. And then inspired prosperity. And that comes from me too. I find myself as more of a coach and really talking about pushing people to enjoy their retirement and the opportunities and the things that they can do in their retirement years. So in that sense, I like to inspire prosperity for my clients. Now, I love this quote: "Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication," by Leonardo da Vinci. The problem I find with financial planning these days is that most financial planning is over complex. It is, 40, 50 pages of a ridiculous amount of numbers and facts and figures and sales pitches. And I realized early on in my career that people don't want to see that. And it's way over people's heads. You lose people after the third page. So what I try to do is funnel that complexity down and create simplicity out of it. So you can see that here. My clients, they come to me, and lots of them from you as referrals. Thank you again. And they come to Cadillac Wealth Advisors saying, I need help, or I don't know if I need help. And so I say, well, let's sit down. We'll have a conversation and look and see what we can do to make your situation better, or if we can improve your situation. So first we have just a list of the items, just in a very general form of the things that I help my clients do. First is estate planning, as well as wealth transfer. That's your legacy, your family. Where does the money go when something happens to you, or at the last moment of your life? Where do you want that money to go? That's something I'm constantly keeping an eye on and constantly thinking about as your family dynamics change. Then we have risk management and insurance planning. This could be life insurance, long-term care insurance. Huge area right now is long-term care insurance. A lot of people aging, a lot of family members aging. You may know family members that are aging that maybe you don't want to have to take care of them in their future, and you'd rather go visit them and enjoy that time instead of it being a burden to your life. Oftentimes people are changing careers or leaving their jobs because they have to take care of the loved ones in the later years. So long-term care is becoming very popular. But there's also other disability insurance. There could be, business life insurance planning, all that stuff, as well as buy-sell agreements for businesses. Then we have the obvious one that everybody always really kind of knows is the financial planning. Where am I at? Where am I going? How do I get to where I want to be? That's the big picture. And that, of course, involves investment strategies, which I help my clients with as well. Then we have corporate retirement plans, 401ks, 403bs, simple IRAs. Those are the corporate-based. Hey, I have a business. I have employees. I want to benefit from some retirement planning, and I want them to benefit as well. So I can help my clients with that. Then we have tax planning and tax advantage investment designing. that really depends on what kind of account you have, where your money's coming from. Was it inherited? What type of asset it was inherited? There's different ways to handle those monies to make sure you're being most tax efficient. And last of all, income planning. Probably the most important part at the end of the day, where's my money coming from? How am I going to continue to get paychecks from my job or from the assets that I've saved from my job? How am I going to create my own income in a tax efficient way so I'm not going to run out of money? And that's the number one concern that people have is, am I going to run out of money? I help create confidence in people by helping them understand how their money's positioned, what the purpose of the different types of money are for, and how to best create an income plan from that. So who do I love working with most ultimately? That's a really great question because I don't work with everyone. And I work with all walks of life, but a big part of my client base is women. And it's often women in transition, changing careers. Maybe they lost a spouse. Maybe they just happen to be the dominant financier of the house. That is most likely the situation for my households. And I enjoy working with women. They have patience. They're emotionally tied into how they think about their future. And I enjoy that because I want them to envision their future, their retirement to be the best part of their life. Another big part of my business is same-sex couples. Now, this is an interesting area because same-sex couples don't work with money the same way that a lot of straight couples have historically. And that's because of the legal components of same-sex couple marriages. So there's a different dynamic in how, women, lesbian couples, gay couples, how they work with money. They often keep their assets separate. And so when they get married, now that things are becoming more legalized and they have the same opportunities as straight couples, now they're learning how to bring their money together, and it becomes scary and it can create friction. And it's often a conversation that's avoided. And so I help bring that together and create this simplistic, easy flowing. Let's create some standards and kind of mediate the situation to help make better decisions for their future. Retirees and near retirees. And again, this is for all walks of life, straight couples, gay couples, it could be lesbians, it could be anything. It doesn't matter. If there's somebody who's retired and they don't feel confident in what their plan is, or they're near retirees, they're scared about retiring, have I saved enough? How am I supposed to position myself? These are just the most ideal people in general that I work with. So if you hear somebody say, I'm going to retire the next year or two, well, here's where I step in and say, how are you going to do it? Or how are we going to do it together? And this is how and that's how I help. And executives and business owners, like I said, financial planning, as far as, retirement plans, simple IRAs, 401ks, 403bs, that's just part of it. But sometimes business owners have ownership share in a business, and they need a buy-sell agreement in some aspect. They may need some insurance planning for that to make sure that their family's taken care of in case there's an incident. There's a lot of different things that can go into play with executives and business owners. And also executives often and in the past have been so driven to grow that they forgot to take care of themselves. They're just thinking about how can I make more money? How can I grow who I am and grow my status within the company? That's a very common thing as well. So they forget to take care of themselves. This happens a lot. And so when I sit down with these people, it's, I have all this money, but it's scattered everywhere. I can't make 2 cents out of it. So this is where I can help organize and clarify and create some strategies for them as well. Now, a lot of what we do is we utilize technology, retirement analysis, using simulations and things like that. This is called the Monte Carlo simulation. Monte Carlo simulation basically takes your situation, gives it about 1,000 different potential outcomes, and says, what's the probability of success that we have based on the plan that we've created to really make it and enjoy our retirement the way we want to. Okay. Then we have tax game. Man, the tax game is huge. I feel like I create a lot of value in what I do for my clients with the tax game. How can we reduce your taxes? Where are there opportunities in your tax plan and your tax future to create a better income situation in the future, or maybe do some Roth conversions and create tax-free income, which is also a great tax-free income or tax-free inheritance for your future legacy, your kids. It's a better asset to pass down, especially with new laws with inheriting IRAs. So a lot of time is spent on the tax game, a lot. And then asset allocation, yes. Hey, this is where you currently are. You're not quite diversified. You're heavy in this sector. We want to balance diversification among all sectors, or many sectors, not all sectors, because there's certain times where you don't want to be certain places. But we want you to be diversified and not heavy in one specific area or have concentrated positions. So we make sure that you are diversified and structured in a way that makes me feel confident, and really making sure that money's going to be there in the future. And then I take all that technology, all that craziness, and I dilute it down to this income bucket sequence, which really just takes your money and places in 3 buckets: the now, soon, and later bucket. And you can see here, it's simplistic in form. So when I'm sitting down at the end of the day and say, hey, we've done a lot of work, we've done some tax planning, we've talked about a lot of different things about your money and your investments. Now, what's the action? This is the action. This is where you're putting your money. This is how your money is structured. And the buckets eventually pour back into that now bucket after many years of saving. These buckets are separated out in a way that they function to go to that now, which is today, what I need now. This takes more time to explain. I'd love to explain it more, but I only have so much time. If any of you have questions, obviously you can always reach out to me and I can explain how this works. So the question I have at the end of the day is, how do you envision your retirement? What does the best part of your life look like? Because that's what I think of it. And that's what I want my clients to think of too, is that they're moving into the best part of their life. They worked their butts off all, for their entire life. And now they have this time for themselves, for their families, to explore, to travel. What does that best part of your life look like? So I appreciate all your time. I'm sure you might have some questions. A lot of people on this team work with me, and I really appreciate you guys, and I appreciate all the support that LeTip has given me over the years. I wouldn't be anything without you. I really, truly believe that network marketing is huge, and I really appreciate you all. So I hope you have a great day. Thank you for allowing me to create a video for this. I'm going to spend time with my daughter because that's a priority for me. We're going to a farm together. She's so excited, and I couldn't be happier how excited she really is. So thanks again, everyone, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.